Hi everyone, it's Auntie K, Yard Sales Arena, here with Uncle Vindy, the Vintage Tool Man, with some of our fun finds from the past couple of weeks. You might be noticing that I'm wearing a witch's hat. No, it's not a witch's hat. It's a horn for an antique phonograph. Check this baby out. Look at that. Pretty neat, Abe. This is made by the Edison company. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we went to an estate sale in Bowie, Maryland, and they had tons of items. The house was packed. They opened the sale on Friday. Neither one of us could get there, but we were there first thing Saturday morning, and look what we found. When we arrived Saturday morning, we were about number 5 in line. Isn't that right, Uncle Vinty? Something like that. And we ran in, we split up, and we were just grabbing things left and right and putting them on the whole table. This was one of the first things I found. It's a 1901 standard talking machine Model A. You can see it's a record player. I hope you can tell that. It has a Morning Glory horn, and it's not in very good shape, but most of it is cosmetic. This actually works. And we also have a holder and have some extra needles for it. Now, we will replace the felt, we will replace the veneer. We're going to clean up the horn. I probably won't paint it. I don't like my antiques bright and shiny, but this is a fabulous find. Then we also found this. This is a cylinder player. If we had it up and running right now, we would show you how it works. It's really quite interesting. This is also from the early 1900s, and it was not complete. It was missing several parts. And there was a gentleman there that was kind enough to tell me that out in the garage, there was another one of these, and I could use for parts. So I went out there, grabbed it, and sure enough, I was able to find the screen, this metal piece, and the crank that fit this machine. I hope I mentioned this is a Victor Amerbola number 30 from the early 1900s. So putting these two together, I have a complete unit. Love it. Then they have these horns. I have a couple of these players, and one of them needed a horn, and I thought, gee, I'm gonna get these, and I picked this one up. This one says Thomas Edison Standard. Apparently this is a desirable horn. I just liked the way it looked. And then I also got this one that I was wearing as a witch's hat earlier in the video. All right, so I got those items, and then one more item. This chair or stool that Uncle Vinty hated. But if you look online on Wayfair and all those other furniture companies, they're reproducing this style and charging $300 for them. It does need some work. This just needs to be taken off, sanded, and re-glued. I'm just going to clean up the paint. As I said, everything has 10 layers of dirt on it. But anyway, for all of those items, I paid $350. And if you add up the prices, in this condition, around $900. So I think I did really well there, and I love these items. When we were driving home from that sale, we saw a sign for a yard sale, and we thought, what the heck, we'll go stop there. And look what we found. This immediately caught my eye. He had a sticker on it for $45, and I looked at it, and you know, I try to play the game and negotiate well. So I offered him $25 because the veneer on the top does need to be replaced, as you can see. But the rest of the cabinet's in really nice shape. Whoa, it's like magic. Maybe it's not in such good shape.
Falls out.
Let me show you what this is. This is a Brunswick radiola cabinet. This used to house an old crank record player. It even has a place on the side where the crank would come out. This would hold your needles. Underneath, you have a place where you could store your records. if you open this cabinet, this would have housed the speaker.
Yep.
It also had a radio. How cool is that? And probably the guts to the radio were underneath here. But this gives you a lot of neat storage. Oh, in fact, wait a minute. There's this little piece right there. I'm not sure what went there, but that is even a nice little piece for storage. And then Uncle Vinty is opening and showing you where the antenna is located in here.
Back of this door is the antenna.
So I just thought it was a really nice piece. I'm sure some people would paint it up. I don't think I'm going to paint it. I think it's just too pretty. Anyway, I paid $25 for that, and I really like it. I think we're keeping it at least for the time being. Okay, hang on. We got more coming up. So looking up all the information on those old antique phonographs made me remember that I had some of those, or I thought I had something similar. So I had Uncle Vinty scrounge around out in our storage house, and look what he found. I did have one of those. Check this out. I'm going to start over here. Now this one, the case is not in very good shape, but this is also an Edison cylinder player. We're not sure if it's a Model 1, a Model I. It's hard to see, but the last patent date was 1908 on this one. We tried to get this one to play, but it is frozen. So
the mandrel's frozen.
So
the motor works fine.
So perhaps with some soaking, we might be able to get that to unfreeze and turn, but we'll have to wait and see. Then I found a couple of other interesting items. I found this thing right here, which is a Edison. It's a dictaphone, isn't it, Uncle Vinty?
It's a recorder.
It's an Edison voice writer Ediphone wax cylinder recorder. Whew, that was a mouthful, but that's what it's called. Edison voice writer Ediphone wax cylinder recorder. And this I got a couple of years ago. A gentleman was clearing out his attic, and we climbed up there, and he had tons of old radios and things like this. So he gave all this stuff to us. So anyway, that's interesting. We looked online, and Uncle Vinty got some information on that. It's kind of an interesting piece. Then Uncle Vinty also found this item that I also got a couple of years ago in 2013. This is from the Dictaphone Corporation. It is a dictaphone, Type A, Model 10. And I believe the last patent date on it is 1923. And I paid $20 for that. Now, these items that are in really nice shape with the base, they actually come with a stand that they used to be used on, sell for 200. I saw them 200 to 500, but obviously this is not in that good of shape. But it would have a what would you call that? A mouthpiece,
a horn, a mouthpiece,
a horn that you would speak into to actually tape. And there was a way to erase them and a way to mark where you had recorded your message that you wanted the secretary to type up. Yeah. Anyway, they're neat pieces.
Had the same thing on the Edison.
Yeah,
you'd mark
this is a little newer though, I think.
You put a piece of paper in here and you'd mark.
Right.
Different.
Where it was, so you knew where to put the needle so that you could play it back and listen and type it up. Both of these are electric, I should mention that. So anyway, just a neat piece of history, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I love all this stuff, so I'll probably just make more shelving and put it up on a shelf. Okay, hang on, there's still more. And wrapping up with just a few smalls that I found. We're starting over there with a teddy bear. I found that at a really gorgeous waterfront home in Annapolis. It was a vintage golden brown teddy bear with a music box inside. I paid $2.50 for it. He just reminded me of something I might have had when I was a child, although he does look a little scary. Then at that same sale, I found this 1940s folding chocolate bunny mold. Look at that. And it looks like you could even just use it still. I paid, let me see, what did I pay for the bunny? Bunny. I paid $44. It's only worth $50, but I think it's unique. I'm gonna hang it up on my wall. At that same sale, I've got a pair of these shoes. I have boxes of these that I've bought at auctions, but these I paid $1 for. They're a pair and they're cute. I liked them. People like those. They make nice decor items. And this, they were pitching this as a salesman's sample saddle. I don't think that's the case. I just think it's a neat piece. Maybe you put it on a toy horse. I'm not sure what you do with it, but I paid half of this. What is it? $75, $37.50 for that. And actually online, because this one's so nice and fancy and well made, I think I could get maybe a couple hundred out of that.
It's on your arm anyway.
Yeah, it does. I was thinking maybe I could make a purse or something out of it, stick this up on the top, but probably not. I'm not that artsy craftsy. At another sale, I got this tin for $5. The reason that it caught my eye was Uncle Vinty's hometown is Sturgis. Not the Sturgis that has the big motorcycle rally, but another Sturgis. All right. Look at those babies. Now, how could you pass those up? These are upholstery shears. I got these from the sales ladies. I paid $10 for them. They're worth around $40. They're by J. Weiss and Sons.
Yes.
Yeah. Newark, New Jersey. So kind of nice. And then at that same sale, I got a 6-quart cast iron kettle. I don't know why I'm attracted to these, but I am. I paid $10 for it. It's only worth about $20. I bought a solid wood pulley. I usually don't buy pulleys unless they're really unique or have a nice face plate on them. But this one I thought was neat because the whole pulley was wood. So I bought that. I paid $10 for that. And, oh,
That little hammer.
I was the only thing I bought for Uncle Vinty. This cute little hammer. I paid $2 for it. Doesn't have a name on it. And ta-da! The last item, the piece de la resistance. Check this out. I found this at an estate sale. I picked it up and Uncle Vinty was, put that back, that's a piece of junk. And I'd never seen anything like this. It's an oil lamp. You put the oil in here and then it's got the burners coming out here. Isn't that odd? So the gentleman said he would sell it to me for $10, and I thought, what the heck, I'm going to buy it and find out what it is. So when I got home, I scrutinized it a little closer, and I found that on the burner, the knob on the burner says the Angle Manufacturing Company. So I looked it up, and they've been in business since the late 1800s. They are from New York. They've been around since the late 1800s, and they came up with this design. The chimney has two parts to it. An elbow, a curved elbow, and then the chimney that would sit on top. The elbow was either clear or frosted, and that sent the light down. So it was better for reading. So these were quite popular and quite unique. Now I paid $10 for them. They can sell for quite a lot on eBay, but the catch is the elbow, a very specialty device, a specialty item, and the chimney also has to fit into that elbow. So I need 2 of those elbows and 2 chimneys. So cha-ching, if I'm going to put this together like it's supposed to be and use it,
Another $200.
that's right, it's probably going to be quite expensive. Anyway, it's a neat item. I'm glad I bought it. Okay, that wraps it up for the yard sale show for this week. We'll be back soon with more yard sale finds.